Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at Samsung's official wireless charger, and this one was released with the Samsung Galaxy S8. Let's check it out. Now, before the Samsung S8 was released, last year's S7 charger looked something like this. So it was one that was kind of fixed. It had kind of this kind of look to it, and it really worked very well. Samsung now released a newer charger, and this is a convertible charger. I'm going to see why they call it a convertible. High-priced $89 charger. So let's check out why and if that $89 price is justified with this specific charger. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the specs. So this is a Qi charger, which means that it's going to work with the LG G6 as well as the Samsung line of phones, pretty much any phone that supports Qi charging technology. It is also a fast wireless charger. Now, as a fast wireless charger, it's never going to charge at the speed as being plugged into a physical wall socket where you're using a plug just like this. It's going to be a lot faster using this way. So this is more of a convenience feature, something where you want to just place your phone and let it charge. Now typically with these chargers, I have had some good experience with them where you can have a case on your phone, and I have had relatively thick cases, even including some of the ones from OtterBox, and never had a problem. It does, as you can see here, it has 9-watt wireless fast charging, which is only going to be supported by the Samsung devices, so the G6 won't support this. Has multiple charging coils, so it's going to give you a lot of flexibility when you place it. Now this is one of the interesting things here. Notice this last item, built-in fan to cool your phone during fast charging. Now I don't know if anyone has experienced this yet, but if your S8 does overheat, and I'll give you a specific scenario where that takes place. Let's say you're in your car and you put it on top of your dash and the sun is hitting it directly. I have had a situation where the temperature on my S8 was higher and the phone shut itself down because of heat protection. So I think this is a new feature that Samsung put in, just trying to combat some of the overheating issues that drove to some of the battery issues that they had with the Note 7. So what I find interesting is both the DeX desktop solution has a built-in fan, and this, I believe, and you can comment below, is the first wireless charger that has a fan as well. Now, inside the box, what you're going to find is your wireless charger, and we'll take a look at this for a second. You have a power brick, and this is a fast charging power brick, and you do have a USB-C charging cable. You do have a little quick start guide, which we'll put aside, but that's pretty much all to it. So wireless charger, USB-C cable, and the actual power brick. Now taking a closer look at the charger itself, so it works in two ways. First of all, it could be flat like this and you can place your phone on top of it, but if I move up like this and then tilt upwards, it opens up so it could be standing up. Let me show you how that worked again. So basically this bottom comes this way and then it tilts up and then you have it placed in this angle. So you can have it like this where you can put your phone here to charge. Now if I compare it to last year's version, you'll notice that now it kind of looks a little similar. The difference is that this one can support both angles. Now the material that's here, it's interesting because the material, it doesn't feel quite leather, but it is a rubbery kind of material here that's going to keep your phone from falling off or falling sideways. That's one of the things that I've noticed right there. Now in the back here, you'll notice it has all this venting, which is for the fan, your USB-C connection, and then you have just your bottom serial number and whatnot there. It does have like kind of hinge mechanism. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall back that easily, so it does require some coaxing for it to go back into place. All in all, it looks nice. It feels good. Let's see how it charges. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what it looks like when you charge. So I'm going to plug in the power adapter here, and you'll notice that it does flash on as it's being powered up. We're going to put it here in place, and we're going to charge our S8. Alright, so let's go ahead and test the wireless charging. So I'm going to put it in place. And what we're going to wait to see is if we get that little message that says fast wireless charging, which it did. I'm going to turn it here in an angle, and I'm going to check and see if the fan is on. And I can actually feel the fan operating. So it is keeping your phone cool and the charging station cool as well. That's interesting. There's a light breeze. I can't really hear it, so I don't think this is going to be something that would bother you at night, but it is on. So let's go ahead and look at it in the next charging position. So now we have it in the next charging position, which is the flat one. Let's go ahead and put it right on top. And what we should see is the fast wireless charging, which it is. And now I'm just trying to see if I can feel the cool air coming through. And you can as well. So here through the sides, there's actually, you can feel kind of a slight breeze as the fan is operating, keeping the charging station cool and the phone as well. So now one other thing I wanted to mention about this fast wireless charger is that I did test it with multiple charging bricks from third-party providers. You've seen a lot of them that I reviewed on the channel, and none of the charging solutions, the power bricks themselves, were able to give me a fast charging charge from a wireless perspective. I think that has to do with the power requirements. Given that this has a fan and also needs to be able to deliver the fast wireless charging, it doesn't seem like the existing chargers can handle providing enough power to give it both features. So if you do have an extra charging brick or a charging brick that you use for travel, and it's from a third party, not a Samsung, you're going to want to make sure that you have the one that came with this unit with you, because if you don't, you won't get fast charging. So this concludes my review of the Samsung convertible wireless charging solution. If you ask me, is this worth the $89? In my opinion, it probably is not. However, it does have some cool technology. It is very good looking. I like the fact that it has 2 modes to charge. The cooling pad also, I think, gives you peace of mind. I just have never had my Samsung phone overheat while charging, so I don't know if this is going to be a compelling enough value proposition for you to want to put almost $100 for a charger. So that concludes the video. Comments or questions, leave it in the comment area below. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe.